Hey everybody, welcome back to the Jersey Zone. So today I'm doing my yearly video ranking every single new jersey that came out this year, so the 2023-2024 season. Of course, with this being the final year of Adidas as well, I do have a number of ranking videos planned for this offseason, like ranking my favorite Adidas jerseys, my least favorite Adidas jerseys, taking a look at every single year that Adidas was making NHL jerseys, and ranking them based off of production, quality, as well as what jerseys actually came out. So yeah, if that interests you at all, and maybe you guys have some ideas as well that you would like me to take a look at, leave them in the comments down below. I definitely would like to do those. But yeah, if that interests you at all and you're new to the channel, make sure to hit subscribe. But anyways, let's get into ranking all of the new jerseys that came out this year. All right, we had 25 new jerseys this year, which actually is a decent amount considering last year we had 45, but of course 32 of those were the Reverse Retro 2.0 series. The year before that was only 13, so 25 without a league-wide event or league-wide program for jerseys is quite a bit. But starting us off at number 25, I have the Winnipeg Jets RCAF jerseys. I absolutely hate these things, man. I do not think they look good whatsoever. Really, the only aspect that I do like about this jersey is the logo, and that's because it's felt. That's it. Everything else I don't think works. I don't think the colors really go that well together. I don't like the weird striping at the torso here, and I really hate the fact that the logo goes over top of that red stripe. I know that's how it was back in the day with that old jersey, but just because that's how it was on the old jersey doesn't mean you have to replicate it on this one here. You can change it up a bit. You can make it look a little bit nicer, and they just didn't do that. This is just not a very good looking jersey in my eyes. I really wish that I had something nice to say about this jersey, but I kind of just don't. Moving on to number 24, we have the New York Islanders Stadium Series jersey. With that Jets jersey, it's really ugly. This one here, it's just boring. Now, most of the time, I would prefer an ugly jersey over a boring one, but I just really don't like that Jets one. With this Islanders jersey, though, the only thing that I really dislike about it is that text logo. It's a word mark, but it's a nickname word mark, and I hate those things so much. I don't like the Canes jerseys or the Bolts or the Sens. I just really do not like those types of jerseys. So this one here with the Isles, I extremely dislike. Outside of that, though, for me, it's just fine. I don't really love the colors. Of course, it reminds people of the Edmonton Oilers third jersey, and I don't like that jersey. I don't like the colors on that one. So this one here, I'm also not really a huge fan of the colors, but that big stripe in the middle, I think that's fine. Like, I don't really have a huge issue with that. It mostly does come down to the logo itself, and or at least the word mark itself, and that is why this one is as far down as it is. Next up at 23, we have one of the All-Star jerseys. I believe this one was the Central, if I'm not mistaken, but it's the yellow one, which is easily the worst one. I know some people really weren't a huge fan of these jerseys. For myself, I actually was a little bit more welcoming to them, I think, than most people. I thought they were, not too bad. This yellow one, though, does not work whatsoever. There's no real contrast to it. I don't like the yellow star on the yellow background. Just way too much yellow. Does not work whatsoever. So yeah, really not a fan of this one here. At number 22, though, we have, I believe this one was the Pacific one. This one is significantly better than that yellow one. I still don't love how the red and yellow go together, but it's definitely much better than the yellow on yellow. And yeah, I do think the design is like somewhat cool with these jerseys. I do like the big yellow star in the background there. I like the stars on the sleeves. I don't mind the practice stripes either that are on the arms. I know some people really were not a huge fan of that. Then we can go on to number 21, and it's not an all-star jersey. It is the Vegas Golden Knights Winter Classic jersey. This was the jersey that I was most disappointed with this year. I really like the Vegas Golden Knights jerseys, but with this one, it just is a really big miss to me, especially as a blank jersey. It's a little bit better if you have it customized, but the blank itself, I just do not like that logo whatsoever. I don't like the little kind of swirls and stuff like that are inside of the V there. It is chain stitched, which is a positive, but it still doesn't bring me enough around to me liking the logo itself. Even though with the customization kit, it is kind of in the same pattern as that logo itself. I think it looks much better as a number than it does as an actual logo. The biggest reason why this jersey is a disappointment, though, at least to myself, is the gold. It is no longer there. It's been stripped away, and it's now more of a mustard yellow, which I understand why they did that is because this is supposed to be like an old school jersey, right? It's a Winter Classic, so it's supposed to be kind of like throwing back, or at least supposed to look old school, and they probably wouldn't have that gold sparkle on jerseys back in the day, so I understand that, but that is my favorite part about Golden Knights jerseys, is that sparkle. I think it's really unique to Vegas. Well, I guess it's not really as unique anymore with the Los Angeles Kings. They have their kind of sparkly silver, so it's slightly different, but nonetheless, I still really like the gold aspect to the Vegas Golden Knights jerseys, and this one doesn't really feel like gold. Like I said, it's more of a mustardy yellow, and it's just really unfortunate for me. Like like I said, I understand why they did it. It just, I don't think it looks that great. The only aspects of this jersey that I do like is the cream being the main color of the jersey, that faux sweater type collar that most Winter Classic jerseys have. I usually do like that. And like I said, I like the number kit as well. But really, honestly, for me, this was Vegas's first miss with a jersey. Now we're on to number 20, and we're right back with the All-Star jerseys. This one here, I think I said the yellow one was the Central. This one, I'm pretty sure, is the Central, and the yellow one is the Metro. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Doesn't really matter. With this white one, obviously, I think it is one of the better ones, and I honestly actually don't mind this white All-Star jersey. I think it looks pretty good. Like, honestly, I really do like the yellow against the white background there. There's not too much yellow in this one. There's just enough where it's not too distracting. My main complaint, I would say, with this All-Star jersey, and it's also with the other ones as well, is just the little area right here along the arm. Obviously, if you have the jersey customized, it looks completely fine because that is where the numbers go, but as a blank, it just feels really off because you just have that little splotch of like the practice stripes up in the shoulder area. It looks really weird, doesn't look very good if you have it as a blank jersey. Customized looks fine, as a blank not really too great. Number 19 though is the last All-Star jersey. It's the blue one. Now maybe it's because I'm a Leaf fan and all of the Leafs wore the blue jersey. Maybe that's why I like this one the best, but I also think the blue and the yellow just look nice together. I also really like the striping on the arms here. I like the yellow and the black stripes. I think that looks good. I'm pretty sure it was also on the red one, but I think it just looks a little bit better with the blue. Yeah, so this one here is my favorite one. I do think I like these All-Star jerseys a lot more than other people though. You know, obviously I still don't love them. That's why they're kind of far down in the ranking here, but yeah, I think they're kind of unique. They're pretty fun, and yeah, they're not as bad as a lot of people were saying they were when they were first released. On to number 18. Unfortunately, I have the Tampa Bay Lightning third jersey. This one, I really don't want to have it as far down as I do, but it just comes down to the logo. I do not like this logo whatsoever. The rest of the jersey, I think, is great. I really like the black as the main color of the jersey. I love the stripes on the sleeve there, how it's supposed to kind of throw back to the victory stripes that used to be underneath the arm of the Lightning jerseys. I love that. I like the inside, the back of the collar there. The customization is also great. It's all really, really nice, except the logo completely ruins it for me. I just don't tend to like the circular logos with the smaller logo in the middle and the text surrounding it, but the main reason that I really do not like this one is the hockey club at the bottom. Now, I know that's how it is on the shoulder patch, but at least to me, especially as a main logo, it just really feels like it's screaming, hey, we know you don't know what hockey is, so this is a hockey jersey. Just to let you know, it just feels super little brother syndrome to me, so I really do not like it. If they just had that lightning bolt that's in the middle there as the main logo, I think I would be really happy with it. If they used their current regular logo, I would also be glad with that. Like, really, honestly, any logo, I think I would be okay, except for this one. I just do not like this logo on the jersey, and it's really unfortunate because, like I said, the rest of the jersey is fantastic. The uniform is amazing. I really like the uniform as well, but just the logo, I really do not like it. Let's move on to number 17 though, and we have the Philadelphia Flyers new home jersey. Now with this one here, I like this one. Like I would say, you know, it's pretty good, but honestly, I've never really had a strong opinion with any Flyers jerseys. You know, really the only ones that I would say I really love is like the Chrome 3D alternate logo. That one I think is pretty cool, mostly just because it's something different for the Flyers. And I also really like their Winter Classic jersey. I think it's their 2012 Winter Classic jersey. That one I also really, really do like. But outside of those, yeah, my opinions on the Flyers jerseys are, yeah, they're not bad. Like, I've never hated any of them, and this one here, I do think it is a massive improvement on their previous jersey. The orange looks a lot better than it did on that older jersey, and I also really like the fact that they actually widened the sleeve stripes there. That is my main complaint with that previous jersey, because if the numbers were wide enough, like let's say you have a 22 or something like that, they would bleed over from the white and go into the orange, and it just did not look good whatsoever. So they fixed that on these jerseys right here, so that is a huge positive. And at number 16, I have the away version. So I usually do like away jerseys a little bit more. Once again, I do think it is an improvement on those previous jerseys. It's nothing that blows me out of the water, but, you know, I would say I like these jerseys. They're pretty good. Moving on to number 15, we have the New Jersey Devils Stadium Series jersey. People really seem to like this thing, like, way more than I did. I don't mind this jersey for sure. I think it is fairly nice, but yeah, not as much as some other people. And I wonder how much of that is just because of the whole fiasco around this jersey, which, if you guys don't remember, you know, of course, with this being a Stadium Series jersey, the production of it is already pretty low. They don't make a ton of the Stadium Series jerseys. But to add on to that, when they were making the Jack Hughes version of this jersey, they didn't just have Hughes as the nameplate. They had Jack Hughes, so his full name, which I guess Adidas didn't really want to send out. They didn't want to sell those jerseys, so they basically scrapped a whole bunch of these, which made that already low production into just super low. There was basically no stock of these jerseys whatsoever, or it was very, very minimal. I do think they eventually got around to stripping some of those Jack Hugheses and actually making them into just the regular Hugheses, but nonetheless, it made it so the price on eBay of these jerseys was super inflated. They were going from like anywhere from $500 to $1,000, which was insane. That is so much money for this jersey, for an Indo version of this jersey. There's no way that I would spend that much money on an Indo Adidas jersey. Like, it definitely would have to be made in Canada and probably even game worn. Like, if it was a made in Canada jersey, it would have to be a super special one, I guess, like a Stadium Series or a Winter Classic or something like that. But yeah, anyways, how much these jerseys were going for was just absolutely insane. I just couldn't believe my eyes, honestly, because at least to me, really the only aspect of this jersey that I like is the logo. I like how it is broken out of that circle that it's usually encapsulated in. I think just that logo itself on its own looks really nice. I would like for the Devils to just go over to that and not have that circle surrounding it anymore. I think it looks a lot better this way, but outside of that, the striping is fine. The two-tone, meh. Yeah, it's, to me, a decent jersey. It's definitely not bad, but yeah, people really seem to like this thing way more than I did. Next, at number 14, we have the Minnesota Wild new third jersey, which of course was just the Reverse Retro 2.0 jersey with the added Minnesota State on the shoulder there. My biggest issue with this one here is that there was only one shoulder patch. They didn't add both of them. I don't love that aspect of this jersey. Everything else about it, I do think it looks pretty nice. It wasn't my like more liked Reverse Retro 2.0 jerseys. I think it was like fairly down into like the 20s or something like that, but I did still like it. And I do understand also kind of why they do only have one shoulder patch, and that is because if you do have an alternate or a captain's patch, the A and the C are surrounded by the Minnesota State outline, so I do understand not having that shoulder patch on the left-hand side as well, because then there would be just so much Minnesota State, it would be way too much, but I maybe would have liked them to do another shoulder patch or something like that. I'm not really quite too sure. I just never am a huge fan of only one shoulder patch. I like when there is, both shoulder patches. I just feel like it balances out the jersey a little bit better. When it only has one, it just feels a little off to myself. But yeah, that's my only complaint with this jersey. Outside of that, I do think it's quite nice. Next, we're on to number 13, and I have the Calgary Flames Heritage Classic jersey. When this one first released, I was quite surprised how much I liked it, and it came down to the logo. So, like the Tampa Bay Lightning third jersey, usually do not like these types of logos with the text surrounding the main logo. I just wish that main logo was a lot bigger and have no text around it, but it's the way that this logo is actually made that makes me not mind it as much. The reason I like it is because the text in the logo is actually chain stitched, so I do really like that. That being said though, there are other aspects of this logo that are chain stitched as well, like the yellow kind of outline in the flaming sea there, so I probably would like this logo anyways, even if it still didn't have the text, but it makes me like it a little bit more. Like, I don't hate this logo as much as I usually would if there was no chain stitching there. It just is a little bit of an improvement for me. It's enough where I can go, okay, I don't mind the logo. I still don't like it. I still wouldn't say that it's, a positive aspect of this jersey for me, but I don't mind it. The rest of the jersey, though, I do like quite a bit. Cream as the main color of the jersey. I do also like how far down the shoulders go, and they actually hold the numbers there as well. I think that's pretty cool. So, yeah, it's kind of a big deal how much I don't mind this jersey considering that logo. Just that chain stitching goes a long way for me. Next, at number 12, we have the San Jose Sharks third jersey. Unfortunately, this one is lower than I want it to be as well, because of the logo. I've really had an issue with the logos this year. I'm just really not a huge fan of a lot of them, because the rest of this jersey is amazing. I love the striping. I love the kind of little striping that fades down on the bottom there. I think that is great. I love black being the main color of the jersey. I know that some people kind of had an issue with the Sharks going back to another black jersey. I'm pretty sure this is their third jersey that is black, but there's a reason they keep going back to it. It's because they look really nice in black. My main issue though, once again, is the logo itself. Now, I've never really liked this logo, and I don't mean like, going back to their inaugural season and everything like that. I do like that old school logo that is on the shoulders, but I don't like this new iteration. And the main reason for that is because if you take a look at the background, obviously it is a white background, but then there is the shark fin and there's a little bit of white underneath the shark fin. So it doesn't really feel like there is a shark underneath the water. It just feels like there is a fin and it's kind of floating above the water there. Now, I've seen some people say that the white part underneath the fin there is supposed to be foam, but it just doesn't really translate well, at least to myself. So it really just feels like a floating fin. That's the way that I see it. So I really dislike this version of the fin shoulder patch, and I don't like it being the main logo. I really just don't think it looks very good. Honestly, if it had just the shark logo on the front, or even honestly, if there was just a different fin logo, I think I would probably have this one maybe even in my top 5. I do really like the jersey a lot. Just the logo, not a huge fan. Or should I say not a huge fin? No, I shouldn't. No, I don't even know if I'm going to include that. Now we're on to number 11, and that is where I have the Toronto Saint Patch jersey. This one, I will not complain about the logo because I like it. I actually do think it is an improvement on the previous St. Pat's logo. I was never really a massive fan of the pill shape for the St. Pat's. I think this shamrock here is a lot better. You know, I like the St. Pat's kind of word mark in there, and I also like the, 3D effect, or like the little lines that go around it. I'm not really sure, kind of what you want to call it, but I think the logo is really nice. My main kind of complaint with this jersey, though, is that it's too similar to the previous St. Pat's jersey. There are, differences, of course, the logo being the main one, and there is a little bit of a color difference as well. There used to be some green on the collar. There's not on this one, and obviously the customization is a lot different. They used to have the big box numbers on the previous St. Pat's jerseys. Now it's kind of just the regular font style for the Maple Leafs, but green and a little bit of felt as well. So there are a couple of minor differences, but honestly, the striping is the exact same, and there's not a ton of differences outside of the logo, at least in my eyes. So for myself, honestly, I would either have liked them to do a green version of this jersey where they just, swap obviously the white and the green there, or that they make the striping a little bit different. I think those were my main issues with this jersey here, because if you just showed me this jersey without me ever seeing the previous St. Pat's jersey, I would like this one quite a bit. But, with that knowledge there, it definitely kind of dampers my enjoyment of this one, I would say. But moving on to number 10, I have the New York Rangers new third jersey. I really like this one a lot, especially because of that logo. I really like that logo a lot. I know some people are not really a huge fan of it, but for myself, I actually would not mind if the Rangers use that as their full-time logo. Like, I know it is kind of technically their full-time logo, but I mean, used it on their home and away jerseys. I know people would be like, that is crazy, that is sacrilegious, you cannot do that. The Rangers jerseys are classic, but I don't really love the word marks a ton, so I would be fine if they use this logo on their main jerseys. But yeah, anyways, that aside, that's definitely a hot take. I know some people are going to disagree with me on that one. I love this logo is what I'm trying to say. I think it is fantastic, and I do really like the striping on this jersey as well. The problem that I have with this jersey, though, comes into how it's actually produced, not its design or anything like that. Honestly, the design is fantastic, but the production of this jersey is lacking a little bit, and it's an issue that Adidas has had with a couple of their jerseys. I'm thinking back also to their Reverse Retro 2.0 jersey with the Calgary Flames, where they had the sublimation print at the bottom there, but you could see the hemline where they kind of stitched the two different parts of the jersey together, and you can see that with this jersey here as well. If you zoom into the arms, you can see where the sublimation striping is. That is basically just a little patch of the jersey, and they just sewed it together with the upper half of the arm and the lower half of the arm, and it doesn't look good at all. I don't know why this is an issue with Adidas, because if you think about the CCM jerseys back in the day, specifically with that Calgary Flames, Reverse Retro 2.0 jersey, you compare it to the CCM jersey that it's kind of doing a reverse retro of. The old CCM jersey did not have that seam line. It just wasn't there. So it's an issue with the way that Adidas produces their jerseys. I don't know if they just are unable to produce it the same way that they did back in the day, or if they're just kind of lazy and it makes it a little bit easier this way. I really do not know, but it's really unfortunate because it does, I don't want to say ruin this jersey, but it makes it a little bit worse for sure. So yeah, very, very disappointed, honestly, with that. Overall, though, this jersey is very nice in my eyes. Moving along, though, at number 9, I have the Edmonton Oilers Heritage Classic jersey. Now, there is a really big kind of asterisk to this right here, because usually when I do rank these jerseys, I rank them as blanks, just because honestly that is how I get most of my jerseys. And I think the name and number kit usually just improves all jerseys, so I don't know, I find it a little bit easier just to rank the blank jersey. This one, though, as a blank, I do not like it. I don't think it looks very good. I would probably rank it in like my low 19th, 18th, something like that, maybe into the 20s. But as a customized jersey, it is fantastic, and that is why it's at number 9. I think the customization on this jersey improves it tenfold. And kind of like the Calgary Heritage Classic jersey, it is very surprising that I'm saying that because I usually really dislike numbers on the front of jerseys, but the fact that it's actually implemented inside of the logo is a lot of fun, and it's really unique. It's super cool. So that is why I really do think the customization of this jersey just improves it so much. Without it, that logo just feels very bland and boring and just empty, honestly. So it really does feel like it needs the numbers in the middle of that logo to make it feel complete. And that's not the only quirk with the customization. The C and the A are super high up for some reason. It's very, very strange. You only have the numbers on the one side of the arm and not the other. It's a very strange customization kit, but I like it because it is so strange and so unique. That is really kind of what makes me enjoy it. So yeah, this one I really do think looks so good with the customization kit. I mean, even without it, it is a fairly nice jersey. I do like the colors together. I think, the striping is nice. I really like that shoulder yoke a lot. I think that is awesome. But yeah, it just doesn't feel complete without the customization kit. It just feels way too empty without it. At number 8, it's another one that surprises me how much I like it. It is the New York Rangers Stadium Series jersey, the one that has NYR on the front. And, like I kind of talked about with the Islanders Stadium Series jersey, I don't like nicknames. Now, this one isn't really technically a nickname, it's an abbreviation, but I still would probably, at least in my mind, if you told me about this jersey, I would kind of put it into the same category. But looking at it, I really do like it. Like, I honestly think it is really, really cool. I love the big stripes on the sleeve there as well. It is kind of an aspect of the Stadium Series games where they make those stripes and numbers and everything like that really huge. So I like that aspect of this jersey here as well. And yeah, I don't really, I can't say why I like the NYR as much as I do, but it's kind of just nice, honestly. I just kind of like it. It's very strange to me. I really don't know why. Although I should say that I do like the fact that it is red as the main color of the letters there, as well as the number kit, and it's the blue outline. It's the opposite of how it is on their away jerseys, and I actually think it looks better this way. I think, with the blue being the main color and the red outline, it's a little bit harder to see. I think the red with the blue outline looks a lot better. So yeah, really do like this one quite a bit. Then at number 7, I have the last of the Stadium Series jerseys, and that is the Philadelphia Flyers one. So this is another Flyers jersey that I do really like a lot. So there are not a ton of Flyers jerseys that I love, but this one here is fantastic to me, honestly. It doesn't really feel too much like a Stadium Series jersey, but it's just a very nice looking jersey. First of all, I love the detail inside of the logo here. It's also present on some of the other Stadium Series jerseys, like the Rangers one. I don't think there's any on the Devils one. I could be wrong on that, but I know there's not any on the Islanders one. But with this Flyers one here, it kind of gives it a more 3D effect, and I really do like it. I think it looks really, really sweet. And I also love the back of this jersey here. I love the fact that the black goes all the way around the back to kind of basically make a nameplate. It's very cool. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, I really like this one a lot. On to number 6 here, we have the Boston Bruins Centennial away jersey. So of course, the first of the Centennial jerseys that we've seen so far. You can tell I really do like these jerseys a lot. And this one obviously is no different. I think it is fantastic. I love the gold on this jersey. It was missing from the Vegas Winter Classic jersey, so I guess they kind of borrowed it. Maybe they borrowed some of the gold from the Vegas Winter Classic jersey, and so Vegas ran out. I don't know. Anyways, obviously joking. Onto this jersey here, though. Yeah, I do love it. The only complaint that I have, I guess I have a couple. There's a little bit too much white on this jersey. I feel like I would like a little bit of black up top, whether it is a shoulder yoke or just in the collar itself, just to break it up a bit. And I also feel like the logo gets a little bit too lost in the white background. The gold spokes are so light that they also kind of just blend in a little bit of the white background of the logo, and then that on top of a white jersey is just, yeah, it's a little bit too much white for me. I think that I would like maybe, I'm not really quite too sure how they could have changed it to really make it stand out a lot, because if you do make the B gold there, I think that would kind of get lost a little bit. I'm really not too sure how you could really change it up, but yeah, that's my only kind of flaw with this jersey. I still really like it though. Like I said, obviously it being at number 6, I obviously love it. All right, we're on to the top 5 here, and at number 5, I have the Anaheim Ducks 30th anniversary jersey. This jersey, once again, it's just the logo. I really am not a fan of that logo. I don't know what it is this year, but I just don't think Adidas did a very good job with their logos this season. Outside of the logo though, taking a look at everything else, this jersey is a 10 out of 10. I love it so much. Obviously the old school color scheme is great. The striping is awesome. I really like the silver bands on the sleeves there. You know, one of it being when the Anaheim Ducks were, you know, first created in 2006, and obviously the inaugural season of the Anaheim Mighty Ducks in 1993. I love that. I think that is awesome. But the logo, the middle part of the logo, the duck mask, is awesome. I love that duck mask. I think it is so cool. The circle around it is okay. It's one of the better ones. Like, I still don't love it. It just says Anaheim Ducks, and then the kind of yellow lines going down to the duck logo. The Web D, I think it's okay, but I made a little bit of a Photoshop edit. Obviously, it's not great because it's me doing Photoshop. I'm not very good at it, but this is how I would like it to be. I think this is way better in my eyes. You might disagree. That's completely okay. But yeah, I just feel like the duck mask on its own looks way better, and that's kind of how I feel with a lot of the circular text and everything like that. Just the logo in the middle on its own, usually I think would look a lot better, and that's the way that I feel here. But even with that circular logo going around the duck mask itself, it's awesome. Like, I really do like this jersey a lot. So yeah, this one here is fantastic. The Ducks knocked it out of the park with this jersey, honestly. At number 4, I have the Carolina Hurricanes Whalers Night jersey. This one obviously is amazing. I mean, it is basically just the old school Whalers jersey. The only reason, honestly, that I don't have it higher is because that's really all it is. Like, they didn't really change too much, which I don't think that they should have. I think this is the perfect jersey. Like, this is an amazing jersey. It's awesome just the way it is. But I just kind of had a hard time putting it up higher just because it is just the Whalers jersey, and that's it. There's nothing really new here. So yeah, that's kind of why I have it at number 4. But obviously, it being at number 4 still shows that I really absolutely love this jersey. I mean, the Hartford Whalers jerseys are just phenomenal. And the main thing that I'm really happy about is the fact that Pucky is back on the shoulders again. I love that. I mean, of course, with the other Hartford Whalers jerseys that the Carolina Hurricanes have done, technically with the Reverse Retro 1.0, Pucky was on the shoulders, but that was the gray Hartford Whalers, and I didn't really love that jersey a whole lot, so I wasn't too, excited about it. And with their green version, they didn't have Pucky. So I'm glad that they brought him back with this white version here. It's definitely the best version of the Hartford Whalers jerseys that the Carolina Hurricanes have kind of done a throwback to. It's amazing. Really do like it a lot. And like I said, it's just because it's the Hartford Whalers jersey. It's nothing new. That's why it's not any higher than, what it could be. Honestly, this one probably could be number 1, but it's at number 4. I don't know, man. It's my list. All right. That's just the way that I've decided it. Number 3, though, is the Boston Bruins Centennial home jersey. So this one I do think is a little bit better than the away version, which doesn't happen too often. Like I said, previously with the Flyers jerseys, I usually do like the away version more. This one I think just works a little bit better. I think the striping, is kind of separated a little bit nicer on the black version of this jersey. I think the logo stands out way better on this jersey than it does on the away one. I really don't mind how much black there is up top. I don't think that is an issue with this jersey here. So yeah, the home jersey I think is just a lot better of a jersey than the away, but like I said, I still really like the away jersey a lot. I still think it is a very nice jersey, but just the black one here looks a lot better, at least to myself. We're on to our final 2 here. So at number 2, I have the Seattle Kraken Winter Classic jersey. I really liked this jersey when it was first released, but it has grown and grown on me. I love this thing. Like, I really do a lot. My only complaint with it when it was first released was just there was a little bit too much navy up top. Honestly, it does not bother me anymore. I think it is just a really nice looking jersey. The logo is fantastic. The way that the logo is made is fantastic. Those colors are amazing. I love the striping on it as well. Like, it's just a beautiful looking jersey. I really honestly don't have any issues with this one whatsoever. I honestly think this is the best version of a Metropolitans throwback that they could have done, considering they don't own the trademark. And if you guys don't know, they are technically getting sued for this jersey. I'm not going to go into it. I'll leave a link to my video talking about it in the cards up above there if you guys, aren't up to date. But at least as of right now, that ruling still hasn't gone through. They are still kind of deciding, at least from the last time that I looked it up. So, there's still no official ruling on that lawsuit or anything like that. But yeah, like I said, this one, it's kind of a Metropolitans throwback that is kind of what it's supposed to be. And I think it is the best version that they could have done, considering they don't own the rights to it. So yeah, this one, I really do absolutely love this jersey. Very happy to have it in my collection. But of course, there is one jersey that we have not talked about yet, and it is the one that I'm wearing. It's the Boston Bruins Centennial 3rd jersey. That is my favorite jersey from this season. I love this jersey so much, and honestly, it's kind of funny because like I adored this jersey when I just was looking at it online and everything like that, but since actually getting this jersey, I like it even more, which is like saying a lot, because yeah, this is definitely my favorite Boston Bruins jersey, and I love the Boston Bruins jerseys. Like, I think their jersey history is phenomenal, and this one is just top of the line. It is so good. Everything about it is amazing. I don't have any issues. Well, technically, I guess I have one issue, and that is the shoulder patch. So you can see the shoulder patch here. I got to move my hair out of the way. It's a very nice looking shoulder patch. It's only on one side, so there's nothing on the other side. It's a little bit disappointing to me, like I kind of talked about with that Wild jersey. You know, it just makes the jersey feel a little bit off balance, at least to myself. So I wish that they just basically replicated this shoulder patch onto the other side. I know this is supposed to be their, 100th anniversary patch, so it would kind of be weird to have two of them, but I think it would be fine, honestly. I don't think it would be that big of a deal. So obviously, that is the exact same thing as the Centennial home and away jerseys as well. They do only have the one shoulder patch. So it's an issue that I have with those jerseys as well. But honestly, looking at all three of the Centennial jerseys, it's kind of a small complaint. It's just a little bit of a nitpick because, yeah, they're all very, very nice. This one is the best, though. I love the logo so much. It's very cool just in general, and it is also felt. I love felt logos. I love the cream color of the jersey. I always like cream color. I love the fact that it's like an actual dark brown and not a black. I love when Boston uses the dark brown. I would love for them to use it more often, honestly. The striping on this jersey is fantastic. I really like the shoulder yoke here. It's just all amazing. I absolutely love it. It is definitely my favorite jersey for the 2023-2024 season. So that was my ranking of all of the new jerseys from this season. I'd love to hear your guys' in the comments down below. You don't have to do all 25, but maybe do a top 5. I'd love to see what you guys think. And yeah, if you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I'll be doing more of these ranking videos throughout the off season here. So if you're interested in that at all and you're new, yeah, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on all my social medias as well. But that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.